Hello, here I am. Uh, I have to fill in for Josh. For now, anyway. Hopefully, he will join us soon. I don't know where he is, but we were supposed to start a while ago, almost half an hour. So I thought I'd just start. Yeah. So hopefully he will. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's asleep or who knows. Yeah. I mean, so. Thank you for joining us. Just Frank, salute to Mr. Just Frank. And Random Acoustic Thoughts, hello there, buddy. Big up, thank you. All right, what's up, everybody? We are gonna talk about the fight that happened last night in Manchester, yeah, England. Yeah, I can tell you first what I thought. Watched the whole fight. Chisora versus Wallin. Yeah, I mean, Wallin. First of all, Wallin was really poor. I really expected more of him. He was really timid and didn't really engage that much. He just counterpunched throughout the whole fight. He still managed to cut up Chisora pretty badly over here and the right under the right eye, and the cut looked pretty bad, even to the point of maybe threatening to stop the fight in Wallin's favor, of course. And so yeah. By the way, there were two knockdowns, but I didn't really think any of them should have been counted as such. I mean, they were slips, obviously, especially the second one. I mean, both. Neither really landed clean. I mean, in the second knockdown, Chisora hit the arm of Wallin as he was backpedaling. So, that was hardly a real knockdown. So, but yeah, he just got a lot of credit for his performance. But yeah, he was the one really pressing the fight, Del Boy Chisora. He was the one throwing and landing most punches, even though Wallin landed some in those exchanges. But he was just, as I said, he barely ever threw the first punch, Wallin. So yeah, quite a disappointment, really. Yes, and of course, subsequently, Chisora won the fight, but it was not without difficulties because of the cut and he, yeah, well, I just don't think he's got much of a future. He's now 34 also, and even though he's a lot younger than Chisora, but yeah, I mean, when you fight like that too cautiously and don't engage, don't go forward and throw punches first, or he was just doing this, mostly throwing these weird uppercuts every time he was cornered. And yeah, he did land some good punches, I guess, clean ones anyway, but that wasn't really what he was supposed to do to win, of course, and especially win in England, against an English British favorite. So yeah, I mean, that's just I didn't like this fight. I mean, Chisora, he's got that wide swinging style, so. But actually, in when you look at the replays, crowd got excited. Of course, every time he would, corner Wallin and throw a barrage or combination. But if you, if you watch the replays afterwards, like you would see that not many of those punches actually landed. I mean, especially in the late rounds, Chisora seemed to get tired and yeah, just yeah, he just was. It seemed like Wallin was taking over in the last three rounds, but then that weird knockdown happened that was actually a slip. So that also kind of took away. It was at the end of the last round, so yeah, that took away a lot of the wind. Or, I mean, still one judge had it pretty even, 114, 112, but yeah, I don't know really. I mean, I didn't think. Well, Wallin, he definitely won rounds 10 and 11, and maybe one more before that. I don't know. But I don't think he won more than three rounds. Probably not. Maybe four. So the other two judges had gave him 3 and 4 rounds. Hey, thank you, Just Frank. Thank you very much. Yeah, so hopefully, as I said, Joshua will join us. If not, we'll just do this, and do talk a little about, um, yeah. By the way, yeah, um, Chisora now, yeah, I don't really think he should fight. They are talking about him fighting, the winner of Dubois versus Parker. I don't think he has a chance to beat either guy. I mean, especially not Dubois. That would be brutal. I think short and brutal fight, 3 4 rounds or something probably. And yeah, that's not a good idea. He should just go out with a victory the right way. He's 41 years old, and as I said, we saw that after round 9, he was really getting tired, and it was only in the last kind of seconds of the closing round that he put on that big wide swinging barrage. But actually, most of those punches didn't land, so that's the problem. Right. I don't know who this guy was. Where are what? Yeah. Yeah. What can you do? Anyway, let's see the other results. I didn't, I watched some of the fights on the undercard, but I mean, Zach Barker won against this guy Diallo on points. It's a light heavyweight fight, and also this guy Nathan Heaney, he was actually stopped. He was the favorite to win, but he was stopped in the seventh round by a guy called Sofian Kati. Right. Hmm. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, that was pretty brutal. I mean, he got cut up pretty badly. And yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, but that was a good stoppage by the referee. I mean, Heaney is already 35, I see. So yeah, doesn't have much of a future either. And in San Antonio, we had this card also with Cardenas versus Acosta, right? Ramon Cardenas and Bryan Acosta, right? Super bantamweight. So Cardenas won by unanimous decision there, and yes. Also, by the way, really one even more interesting fight was Rakhimov, the former IBF super featherweight champion. He lost This was a lightweight fight. He was actually stopped by a knockout in the eighth round by this guy called Justin Poldo. I never heard of him, but that's not a bad victory. I mean, Shavkat John Rakimov. Šta radi? Zatvori bona, vidi je. Sorry, I had to sort something out. O jeboga, možda se prehladim opet, ko onda ubit ću je majke na -5, ono, sorry. So yeah, Rakimov was stopped by a knockout. All right, people. Yeah. So also, by the way, there is a pretty interesting fight. Also, let's see the results of Thursday's fight. The guy BR Slanov, he stopped Mimune in for 2 rounds. Movladin BR Slanov versus Mohamed Mimune, right? That was an easy victory. Okay. Yeah. Also, Chalic, yeah, he's from Croatia. He was stopped by this guy from Venezuela, Ramirez, Albert Ramirez. Okay. All right. And of course, Clarissa Shields, she did really, really well in her heavyweight fight. I don't know if that was her first, but it was her first big heavyweight fight. So seems like she really, putting on that weight, of course, did something for her power. It increased her power because she really hurt and dropped the other one. Perkins. This fucking place, Danielle Perkins. They just put these last names on. I'm so sick always having to look up. Yes. All right. Then that was that. And now we can fight. Also, as I said, there's a fight coming up against, between Denys Berinchyk and Keyshawn Davis. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So that's on. Just a second. Friday now. Hang on. Was it? All right. Yeah, it's on Friday. Okay. All right. Well, also we have that same on. Actually, on Thursday we have Joe Smith Jr. That's right. Sorry. Yeah, Joe Smith Jr. is fighting on Thursday, and against I don't know this guy Devontae Williams. So it's a cruiserweight fight, and Joe Smith Jr. now he's salute my good buddy Bruce. Everybody subscribe to who hasn't subscribed to his channel, people. Um yes, as I said, Joe Smith Jr. is not very tall for a cruiserweight, but he has that power, I guess. But it will be interesting to see. He had real good power as light heavyweight, but we'll see if it will translate to cruiserweight, at a higher level. Anyway. So he's 35 now, also. So yeah, he's getting up there in age. Joe Smith Jr. My good man, just Frank. So Did you watch the fights? I mean, last night. Sorry, I know this is real difficult to pull off against Joshua. I mean, without Joshua, not against. I'm so used to saying against this guy, against this guy. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do it. If not later today or tonight, then another day maybe. I really don't know where he is, but I guess he's got a good reason for not being here. So, yeah. So Denys Berinchyk, he also is kind of old. I mean, he's 36, so he started pretty late. He's 36, and Davis was only 25. Yeah, I mean, of course, Keyshawn Davis is the favorite. Strickland Duplessis. All right, I didn't watch that. Of course, that was in USA. Right. Well, we can just chat a little about the fights that are going to happen. Also, later this month, of course, we have a big card, major card coming in Riyadh. So yeah. Okay. Um. But first, maybe a little about this fight, Berinchyk versus Davis. So this is in where is it? Madison Square Garden. All right, nice. And Berinchyk, he is the WBO champion, right? Yeah. Uh, all right. So just want to see who did he beat again to. Oh yeah, Navarrete he beat to win the title. Okay, Berinchyk. Yeah. Yeah, I know how you feel. It's same. I just had to shout at my mother because she opens the door, the balcony door, and it's really freezing outside. And I also just showered maybe an hour ago, so hour and a half. So who do you have, Berinchyk or Davis? I mean, Berinchyk has shown that he's a pretty good technician, and he beat Navarrete, who hasn't lost for forever. Was really dominating everybody. But that was before he went up to lightweight. That can be hard. I don't know why, but several great fighters, for instance, Azuma Nelson, he was great at featherweight and super featherweight, but at lightweight he just failed. He didn't, even though he was kind of advanced stage before that. But yeah, he just didn't have a good career at lightweight, and so you can say for several others. Yes, fried chicken. I know that Mr. Davis is very good, talented guy, and but that's the good thing about these sort of fights. I really love these kind of matchups. Between you have an Eastern European, Ukrainian, really tough. They are really, they are tough. They don't usually chicken out and play too defensively. they like to trade, and so goes same goes for African American fighters, and usually, and yeah, so it's almost promised that it will be a good fight. That kind of promise gives you the promise. Yeah, yeah. So okay, if nobody has anything to say about that one, you can move on to what's gonna happen in Riyadh. All right. I mean, yeah. Hello, Ernest. Thank you. Yeah, he was really throwing less. I don't know why. I mean, or you mean with less power? I don't know. I mean, he managed to cut up Chisora. So, but he just, I don't know. He never threw first. It was always Chisora going at him, and he was countering. But yeah, I don't like the way he throws those punches. Kind of awkward. Wallin, I mean, but Wallin, I mean, I think the problem is Chisora is a lot shorter, and there aren't that many heavyweights that are of his height, now. And I don't think Wallin fought so many either. So when he fought Fury, who is so tall, he did well. Seems he does well against guys who are taller than him and as tall, probably. But against shorter guys, he just, is not so effective. Yeah, Kovalev Canelo fight. Yeah, I was very disappointed. I thought Wallin would put on a much better performance, but yeah, it's weird, really. I mean, he knew that that was his probably last shot, to get another big fight. Also, well, against Joshua, he looked poor, of course. But he's a tough guy, He got hit pretty quite many times last night, and the crowd they started cheering as if a knockout was gonna happen, but it never did. Derek has the best resume in boxing. I don't know if I agree with that, but I mean he's got longevity and he's a strong, tough guy, and yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I know he really surprised a couple of times. Like for instance against Takam, he was getting just banged, beaten up for 7 rounds, and then in the end he just lands, the right punch here on the temple, bang, and Takam rises, but he's you could see he was done, and he just banged once again. That was amazing. I remember when that was. That was in late July 2018. That's right. So Takam was really looking stronger, like the entire fight. And I remember some people were saying, in those chats, watching the stream, oh, Chisora should really retire. And then he just bang knocks Takam out. Yeah. Yeah, check out Ernest's channel, also known as Papi Chun Yayo. Yayo. Uh, so yeah, also of course against Joyce, the previous fight, man. I mean, we know that Joyce is probably damaged after the Zhang fights, but still, it was a close fight. I mean, still, it's not like he got really dominated, but he got dropped and he was there in the attendance, so I think obviously that means he wants another fight with Chisora. I think that would make a much more sense than Chisora fighting Dubois or Parker or again. He's already fought Parker twice, so that would be the third one. Yeah, as I said, I think Dubois would just steamroll over him, like pretty much like he did with Joshua. And he seems to be in the shape of his life. That guy. Yeah. Well, finally, chat has kind of livened up a bit. That's great to see. The right people have joined. Yeah, I'm sorry about, I don't know, as I said, Joshua just went AWOL, missing in action, probably sleeping or, yeah. The problem is when this starts, it is late afternoon here where I am, but where he is, it is still morning. So, sometimes he doesn't wake up in time. I understand that. Yeah. So maybe we should talk about moving this stream to another slot, maybe an hour ahead at least or something. That would be good, I think. Yeah, an hour or 2 hours. So, Usyk Klitschko Fury 3 times. Oh, yeah, they fought 3 times. Oh, yeah, when it comes to the names he fought, yeah, definitely. I mean, nobody expected that, I think. I remember the second time he fought Fury. I actually thought he would beat Fury, but Fury stopped him. It was a corner stoppage, and I think that was the time when I realized Fury has something. Has some ability. I didn't really think much of him before that, but yeah, he has started improving then Fury. So, oh yeah, Chisora versus Weiler. Why not? Hello to Velocity Cuts, by the way. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. Yeah, and another really great regret is that we never got to see Joshua versus Wilder. But, it's most likely Joshua who didn't want, of course, anything to do with the power of Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I mean, that fight could have been made before Joshua lost to Ruiz. So I think probably the plan was to fight him after Ruiz, but, I don't think Eddie Hearn was very delighted about that prospect. Right. Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's got that big mauling, wide swinging style. Strong man. And when you fight a guy who is a lot taller than you, yeah, you want to get up close and bang away. You don't want to stay at distance and try to box him. Well, he's just, really big, tall guy, kind of clumsy. He looked clumsy last night anyway. Yeah, but I really expected at least a little better performance from him than he did give. I expected him to be, stay on top of Chisora pretty much and jab more. And yeah, that's what he should have been. I mean, done. He's a taller guy, a longer guy, and he's a southpaw. He should have, given the jab, given him the jab. But he didn't do that. That was really he. I think he tried to, but I don't know why he just didn't use his jab very much. So had he done that, you do that because you want to keep your opponent at a distance. When the opponent is like Chisora, of course, stocky, shorter guy, powerful, who likes to get inside and yeah, bang away. Chisora has perfected that style, of he drives them to ropes, then swings, bang, one big left swing or right swing. Yes. Yep. Oh, there he is. Finally, Joshua is. He's gave me a message. I overslept. Well, that's good news. I hope he will join us. Well, I think now. Well, we'll have to repeat a lot of this. Well, doesn't matter that I already said, but yeah. I mean, it's not the same, of course, with me, only myself talking, and it's much better that we both converse. Yeah, also when it comes to my boxing stream, I'm looking to get somebody there who I can talk to and like a co-host. Sorry, something happened to my thumb. It's kind of sore. That's why I'm looking at it. Yes, so his alarm clock didn't ring. Isn't that typical? What can you do? Well, we're waiting for Joshua to join. Yeah, I wasn't sure when he would show up, so I didn't fancy. I mean, I could have waited, but I felt sorry about for you guys having to wait too long. Okay. Oh yeah, man. So the so anyway, before he gets here, what other fights have you watched? I mean, did anybody see that card in where Rakimov fought? By the way, Cardenas Acosta. That was in where it was San Antonio, right? If anybody has seen those fights, I would love to hear what you thought. I bet our friend Skywalker saw them. All right. Uh, Josh is getting ready to join. Also, I had a Shaken Peters in UK. He won uh, on Friday. Actually, I've heard of him. Wow, is he really that tall? No way. A light heavyweight with 6'6". Why not? We have a super welterweight of this that height. So. Mm-hmm. All right. People. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Unfortunate. The thing is, you don't know when Joshua, if he will be ready. Um, so yeah, that's why I just went ahead and started the stream. So yeah, and now he's, I don't know where he is now. Hasn't joined yet. But yeah, I think if nothing, we will start maybe from the beginning next time. Yeah. So all right. Maybe I should turn off now and wait for him to yeah, because I actually don't have anything else to talk about. I mean, unless you want to talk about, but I think Josh will want to talk about the Riyadh card another time. So, okay, buddy. Yeah, I'm actually just about to turn off because Joshua isn't showing up yet. So, I don't want to put you through me sitting here waiting, saying not much. Big money is on mom. I'm the other. Great to see you. I mean, great to have you here, buddy. Bye. All right. Thanks to Ernest and Just Frank and Bruce and Velocity Cuts. Yeah, random acoustic thoughts. And yeah, I don't know what will happen, but I think we'll see anyway. Maybe I'll see with Joshua. Maybe he will want to delete the stream. I don't know. But anyway, we'll be back. All right. If not now, I mean later today, then another time. All right. See you. Bye.